2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 10. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Pickett. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this returnable for Hines. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
On the stick.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Raiders at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Robert Tonyan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Always find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Pickett. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Hines now on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown they got. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Odell Beckham, 61 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
On 2nd and 10, Pickett. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Crossing the field, Beckham makes a catch. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Lawrence to throw. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Robert Tonyan, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick-6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick-6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
From the 10. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field.
There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up. I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
Second down and goal. Lawrence. And he's got it. Touchdown. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown in this opening quarter, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys.
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the third time in this game.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach.
And it'll be intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Packers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And the Raiders have got him. Dominique Robinson, the one who got in there to drop it. And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw, Pickett. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. His first half struggles continue. He has yet to complete a pass. Hard to believe.
It is, because I don't see anything wrong with him physically. Maybe he's a little amped up to begin with. Would have thought he would have settled down by now. I think someone's got to get in his ear, got to be a psychologist a little bit, and get it back on track.
To throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. Touchdown, Packers. Noah Fant, 35 yards. And the Packers get a bit closer. Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first-half lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Pickett now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver?
And this is going to be intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception. And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Third and long for Pickett.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Odell Beckham on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
And the Raiders have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And not much happening on the return as we'll get this to about the 23.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pickett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Pickett will look to throw it here.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 23. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Lawrence's throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
A solid stiff arm.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
The tackling in this game has not been good so far. We've seen our share of missed tackles. Case in point, that one right there. And that miss led to another big play. I don't know if it's effort, I don't know if it's technique, but they'll have to work on that in practice.
In motion, the tight end. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He'll check this down to Hines. And he's taken down inside the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Again, it's Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Lawrence will throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Let's go.
They'll try to run with Hines. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now Lawrence. Touchdown Raiders. Odell Beckham from 4 yards out. And the Raiders have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And he's going to go down. They sack it back right around the 30. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Back to throw. Pickett.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Tyler Bass sends the kickoff.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. From the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good.
And that will do it for this first half.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Welcome Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. From the 10. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They go play action with Lawrence. Forced out to his left. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence.
It's caught. Beckham.
And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And that is caught downfield by Beckham.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Here's Lawrence.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
And it'll be intercepted.
Marcus Jones picks it. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Pickett to throw on 1st down. Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Looking to throw again on second down. Pickett flush to his right. That's to Cook out of the backfield. 7 yards there and a first down.
Pickett now on first down.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Flushed out right. He's airing it out for Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Mike Williams
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Raiders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
What's good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Pickett sets up play action.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
On play action, Lawrence.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
42 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On second and goal, Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Off play action, Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Pickett. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. 3rd and long for Pickett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
Escaping the pressure right.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. Guys, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the...
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
The offense on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Pickett back to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now Pickett on 4th down.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
First down, Green Bay.
First and 10, here's Pickett. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Pickett right back to the air again. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. On first and 10, it's Pickett. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's got some space here. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
To throw once more on second and 10. Lawrence. Open man left side. It's the tight end Tunyon. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Wants to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Raiders 72, Packers 16.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw, Pickett. Under pressure, they got him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Pickett will look to throw it here. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. And what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 33. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. They've gone to the 4th up in Seattle. And the Seahawks have moved out in front in that one late. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. That's caught over the middle by Fant. The 30. 10, 5. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Bass, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were. How about the day those defenders had them? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for Las Vegas, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We going honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow they mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. That's me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My A-spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the crib with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just the same.